Ah yes, who can forget the 2016 F1 season? The year where the Equal Machinery man won to match his father, Keke Rosberg. Marusha's last season, Haas's first season, Renault's return to the sport, and Verstappen's first victory. Jenson Button's last season in F1 should have been Felipe Massa's, but then Rosberg retiring happened and he had to fill in for Valtteri Bottas' place. But today we're not talking about the real life F1 season. We're obviously talking about the F1 game. Now the thing about F1 2016 is that it came right after easily one of the worst F1 games of all time. It's basically just hot lap, quick race, boom, that's it. No safety cars, no red flags, no classic cars even. Just a plain game that they sold for like what, $50? But F1 2016 came in the very next year and fixed every single issue that F1 2015 had. And we're going to be talking about it in today's video. So here we go. Also, since last video didn't really do well, I mean, I kind of expected it really, I have made a playlist of all the background music I use in my videos. You can find the video and you're going to find that music. So, yeah, apart from the F1 tier list video, because that's to be expected which music I use as the background. So, yeah, here we go. So, here we are in the menu of F1 2016 with an eyebrow-less Romain Grosjean, Perez when he was actually considered one of the best drivers on the grid, Nico, Jeremy Fragrance, Rosberg.
You smell like cotton candy. You smell like popcorn.
Michael B. Jordan. Sebastian Vettel looks way too young here. Daniel Ricciardo looks way too much like Sacha Baron Cohen.
Me and my homie Azamat just parked our slab outside. We're looking for somewhere to post up our black asses for the night. So bang bang, skeet skeet. We're just a couple of pimps, no hoes.
And Max Verstappen, I don't know, he looks like a drunk college kid. Personally, this is my favorite menu in the F1 games. It's either this, F1 2012, or F1 2010. Now, unlike the other games, you can't see the cars when you look through the menu, so I'm gonna have to just go from memory. Now, Mercedes with Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg. Probably the greatest inter-team rivalry since Senna and Prost. Alonso and Hamilton could be up there, but they didn't really like each other from the get-go. This was a childhood friendship falling apart, which was pretty sad to watch, but also very entertaining. Nico Rosberg pretty much did everything in his power to win the championship in 2016. I'm pretty sure he tried to wear lighter gloves, and he also actively stripped paint from his helmet. I mean, it's black anyways, why not make the whole thing carbon fiber at that point? Even if it will just shave a millionth of a second, Rosberg will do it to win a championship, and that's also one of the main reasons he retired. It took a lot to beat Lewis Hamilton. Speaking of Lewis Hamilton, 2016 for Lewis wasn't really a good year for him. Yes, he was unlucky in Malaysia, and that was probably the main cause of him losing the title, but because if you actually watch the entire 2016 season, which I know most people probably didn't, you would know that he lost the championship due to the multiple terrible starts he had throughout the year. You know how we always make fun of Norris never leaving pole after lap 1? This was the original. He didn't really improve from 2016 and 2017, he was quite but in 2018, yeah, 2018 was peak Lewis Hamilton. Who can forget that nail-biter last race? I think it was better than Abu Dhabi 2021. And who can forget this famous radio message?
This is Paddy. We need you to pick up the pace to win this race. That's the instruction. Paddy, I'm actually in the lead right now. I'm quite comfortable.
I'll skip Ferrari, Williams, and Red Bull because I can probably make a 40-minute video talking about Ferrari in 2016. Go watch the 2017 Williams Netflix documentary. I don't know if it's still on Netflix actually. I'll look for it illegally then. And I technically made a video on Red Bull in 2016 already, so I'll just do a quick fire on their cars. Love-hate relationship. It's the same as 2014 to 2018. Probably the best iteration of their matte liveries. Next, we have Force India. Perez had 2 podiums this year. One was in Monaco, the other one was in Azerbaijan. So he was a street circuit merchant way before he joined Red Bull. And he's the only non-Mercedes, Red Bull, or Ferrari driver to score 100 points this season, so really good for him. Hülkenberg was alright. I think his biggest highlight of the season was that photo finish he had on Rosberg at Monaco. It's Nico on Nico action. This was also his last ever season in Force India before he joined Renault the following year. And I remember people saying Force India would be a podium contender because of their form towards the end of 2015 because of the plug nose. Look how that turned out. I mean, they were still alright. They pretty much had the same performance they had towards the end of 2015. I'm really sorry on the choice of background music. I had to take that opportunity, man. Next, we have the return of Renault since 2010 or maybe 2011. I'm still confused between the Lotus Renault partnership in 2011. Magnussen, pretty good, returning to F1 after a 1-year hiatus. And that's actually a lie because he drove at the Australian Grand Prix in 2015. And that's also a lie because he only did qualifying. 7 points really didn't do much, and we really only remember Magnussen 2016 for his crash at Spa. I actually want to talk about this in another video because if this crash happened today, people will probably say the Halo saved him, when in reality, the Hans device saved him. You should be aware on the street circuit.
Julian Palmer, slowly on Palmer, same difference.
The only point scored was in Malaysia, if I'm not wrong. Next, oh my gosh, I feel bad for you, Daniel. Look what they done to you, my boy. I think if he completed the season with Red Bull, he wouldn't have been as bad as he was with Toro Rosso. He definitely had a morale drop. And Carlos, he looks super... That doesn't even look like Carlos. He looks like Jaime Alguersuari. Kvyat had one of the funniest ends to the season. He had to bike back to the paddock. That was pretty sad to watch and funny at the same time. This was also the last year of the Navy aggressive Toro Rosso. Please bring these back. My favorite iteration of this livery was the STR5. I'm sorry, that does not look like Marcus Ericsson. That looks more like Emperor Palpatine. I know I keep on saying that Ericsson robbed Verline's seat in 2018. I think Ericsson robbed Nasser's seat in 2017 because Nasser was the only driver to score points for Sauber this year. You could say his P9 in Brazil was lucky, but look at his performances in 2015 compared to Ericsson. And he also sent Manor into administration, or maybe they were gonna leave that season anyways, I don't know. I know it sounds like I hate Ericsson, but I don't. I just feel like there are better drivers who miss out on opportunities because he's a pay driver. Well, okay, Nasser's a pay driver too. I mean, just look at that suit. Well, I think he's good in IndyCar. I just don't think he was built for F1. Next, we have McLaren. You know, not much to talk about. They actually had a pretty decent year. And Alonso had 2 really good recovery drives. One in Malaysia, where he went from last to P7, and then P12 to P5 in America. And Jenson Button's last full season, because he did a race in Monaco the following year. Manor's last season in F1, and my Pookie there, Pascal Wehrlein, he scored a point in Austria. And the man that was backed by the government of an entire country. Indonesians, how did you feel that your tax money was used to fund this guy's F1 career, and it only lasted half the season?
Well, Hadianto has his government backing him, which makes the Indonesian taxpayers very happy, I'm sure.
Best livery of the season as well. If you don't like this, get tested for COVID because you have no taste. Haas's first season in F1 and Grosjean outsigned Gutierrez 29-0. Not even a competition mate. I'm sorry, Esteban, I know I met you last year. And it was pretty funny to have a Mexican driver driving for an American team in 2016. I think we all know why. Alright, we're gonna head into time trial, and I'm guessing we will do Azerbaijan in the Haas. I know people might want me to use the Williams because it had the highest straight line speed this season, but we'll save it for Mexico. Or was it Baku that had it? I don't know, whatever. We'll just do the Haas. I think this handling is definitely a step up from F1 2015. I mean, everything in this game is a step up from F1 2015, apart from the graphics. I still think F1 2015 is the second most realistic looking F1 game of all time, right behind F1 2018. Alright, we're gonna see what type of speeds we hit. Not gonna be as much as if we were in the Williams. A 356. Alright, I think that's the top speed you'll get nowadays with Slipstream. When I first played this game, I played with a controller and a PS4. Oh, locking up, mate. Now, I actually used to do an F1 2016 series on this channel, but I privated all of them because I thought they were pretty bad. Now, the reason why these cars are so unstable and also really fast on the straights is because they have the same engines as the modern F1 cars, but like half the downforce. I mean, just look at how small and agile this car is. Alright, we're gonna skip forward to my personal best. Alright, DRS open. And it's a 1:44.4. Alright. Smash the wall, mate. Alright, let's hit in a quick race, shall we? Alright, I'm a dumbass. It was actually the Force India of Sergio Perez that reached 370 kilometers an hour at Mexico. But it was Bottas at Baku, and since I already used Baku, we'll just have to stick with Force India and Sergio Perez. Oh no, Verstappen and Vettel in Mexico. What can possibly go wrong? Oh, we are way off the top 10. I don't think we're going to score points. Oh, P13. Never mind. We can still score points. Now, I remember that 370 kilometers an hour was way too fast that Perez actually locked up and had to go in the runoff area. And he was actually trying to overtake, what? Was it Bottas or Massa? Alright, 5 red lights. And away we go. Alright, okay, that's actually a really good getaway. We have so much slipstream to play with as well. So much open space. Sainz is at P6. What? Alright, he's gonna go for it into P5. Okay, we get into P10 already. Okay, really tight through there. Oh no, really slow. Thank you. Oh no, there's a glitch. Alright, never mind. I thought the glitch will actually come through there. Alright, as you're gonna have to try and get past Massa. Hamilton P5? He was P2, mate. What happened? Okay, basically the glitch I was talking about is if there's a yellow flag and you pass someone even though they've spun, you will still get an illegal overtake warning. That's how, yeah, that's how weird this game was at times. And the contact system was also really weird. I'm gonna see if we can get an example later. Verstappen's leading, okay. Alright, Massa's gonna get all the slipstream in the world. Okay, oh no. What are... You see that? What was this contact system, man? Maybe I was just weaving too much on the straight, but whatever. Alright, I'm just gonna stay put. There you go. This was back when the AI don't react to where you... Basically, they don't react to where you're how many times you're turning on the straight. Like, even if you weave multiple times, they won't follow your car. They will still go in a straight line, which I'm so glad they fixed in F1 2019. I haven't played this game in so long, ever since they made that Sebastian Vettel series. I remember when I still wasn't able to get this game, only got in like Christmas of 2016. I would play the demo a lot, and it was only in Australia, and it was one career mode race. The thing is, I probably had more hours on the F1 2016 demo than I do on F1 24. Alright, I actually want to let Felipe Massa buy, because I want to show the DRS effect these cars had. I don't want to let you buy those signs. Get lost. Alright, I just had a weird contact moment there. I actually thought I was going to spin. Like, if you lock wheels once, you're probably going to be sent into a spin. Alright, let's see if we can reach 370. Because I did a few practice laps in Mexico before this. And I was reaching 355 without slipstream. Just DRS. And I'm going to try and stay... like, a reachable distance. Like, just an okay distance. So I have enough slipstream to reach that peak speed. We are in Rich Mix too, so let's see what speed we can reach. Yeah, not that quick. We're not really that close in this slipstream. A bit unstable on the braking there. I should probably turn off DRS before braking. Yeah, these cars are just super unstable, man. Let's try and get closer this time. Purple. Okay. Most people probably like the racing in 2016 more than 2017, but even Jensen Button said the 2017 cars are an improvement over 2016. Like, I think a 5/10 gap is ideal for this situation. Well, this is the last chance we have to do it, so... Yeah, alright, this is a good distance, so just maintain this distance. Alright, here we go. Let's see the slipstream, mate. Alright, 350. Oh! Maybe if I took away some wing. Oh, really unstable there. I couldn't turn. This is actually really cool. Oh no, I have a 3-second penalty. Yeah, but look at that. I had no choice there, mate. Really unstable the back end was. Alright, we'll flash back here so that I can try avoiding the penalty. Okay. Alright, warning now. Good. If Lewis doesn't get a penalty, I don't know why I should get a penalty. Oh, look at that. Mexican flags. Yay! Viva Mexico. It's definitely for Perez. But just remember that objective thing. I think they removed it after F1 2017. But P6, not bad. After starting P13. I just realized in the last 3 videos, every time we did a quick race, it's always been Toto Wolff. Oh my gosh, we can't escape the Totonator. Seeing as this was the return of career mode in the F1 games, let's just play it right now. and I'll probably never touch it ever again. Alright, who looks most like me? That looks like the guy from Lord of the Rings who says my precious. I think this was the face I used in F122 career, even though he's white. That looks more like Paulo Dybala and Rami Malek having a baby. Man, there's no Asians here. Okay, well I guess this is the closest to Asian. Our name shall be Lucas Mora. Alright, Lucas Mora from China, number 89. Alright, team selection, what should we choose? I remember when I first played this, I think chose Force India. So, yeah, we'll choose Force India. Alright, we have an agent now. This looks like terrible face scan. I think her name was Emma, if I'm not wrong. Alright, new contract. Dear Lucas, welcome to blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna read. First race, 6th of September 2024. Okay, buddy. Well, since we're visiting the last F1 game with Manor, I think it's only fair to pay tribute at the track where they scored their only point, which is Austria. And we'll use Rio Haryanto. Actually, no, we'll use Pascal Wehrlein. I'm probably his biggest fan of all time. Alright, let's see what we can do. Going to the tournament. Okay, yeah, we're Superman, mate. I totally didn't make it very easy AI. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this was the last F1 game where the AI difficulty is not a percentage slider. It's like very easy, ultimate, blah blah blah, whatever. Totally didn't put it on very easy. I'm traveling at the speed of light. And Sonic, and I'm gonna have a supersonic man out of you. But don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me, cause I'm having a good time. Don't stop me, cause I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all. But anyways, we're gonna go through the final 2 corners. This is Laura. You're actually watching the real life race replay. This is actually what happened. Ignore Nico and Lewis colliding with each other. This is literally what happened. Pascal Wehrlein went P20 to P1 in a manner. And people still think Lewis Hamilton, Michael Schumacher, Alain Prost are the greatest drivers of all time. No, mate. It's Pascal Wehrlein. Yup, lore accurate. This totally happened. Top 7 of the podium. Look at this glorious Manor livery. Kiki. They had beef with many drivers. Well, let's head into the conclusion of the video. So, what do I think of F1 2016 and 2024? Now, unlike F1 2017 to F1 2021, the games we visited, this one is where it starts to get a bit weak. There's not really that much replay value to this game. Revolutionary at the time, sure, but it didn't really last the test of time. Unlike F1 2017, you can still enjoy it for like the classic cars. F1 2018, the driving experience is amazing. 2019 and 2021 fundamentally the same. So yeah, really at this point I'd recommend you play Assetto Corsa over this game. But I'm not saying it's bad. For its time, definitely a slapper, definitely amazing. But you know, this game isn't as heavily modded as like F1 2014, F1 2013, F1 2020, so it's really forgotten about. But that will do it for today's video. Let me know if you still enjoy playing F1 2016 to this day. And let me know what game I should visit for next month's visiting old F1 game video. And before I end this video, I should do a few things, because this was probably the most memed F1 season of all time.
Let it be known, from this day onward, that my favorite German word is Kurva Wellenlager!